So thank you for coming. I'm glad you read my dream. So anyway, we're good. Or you reminded me to bring this. So we're going to start with a song. And Joe Rathburn is here today. Let's give him a hand. It's one of our faves. Sylvia's our practitioner. Yay.
Hi, everybody.
And we're going to sing a song. So you get to stand up. How you doing, baby?
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. And I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. How about joy? Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Back to God now. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need.
That's good. So,
I think you've got one. You got a video.
Do we have video? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys already know what to do, right?
Yep.
Close your eyes, and we'll let Sylvia take you into a little meditation.
Look. Look. Look at the design of your life. Does every day hold moments of special significance, such as keeping a promise to yourself or to another? Give priority to what fulfills you. Wake up to your real needs and create a new life design around them. Keep the design flexible so you can readily adapt it to your changing circumstances and interests. During our silent meditation, I invite you to contemplate this thought. I embrace the deepest truth of my soul that I may learn and love the truth of me. There is only one God, one creator of everything that is, an incredible unifying energy of many colors and vibrations, so beautiful, so good, so welcome, constantly responding to our heart's demands and our soul's sweet requests to live a life of expanding goodness, gratitude, and loving each other more every day with every breath. I give thanks for knowing this about our community right here, right now at home, and for everybody who's online. And that reaches across the world and back to Om once again. I give thanks for knowing that our technology is so blessed, so incredible to be able to include and welcome all who wish to be here, I'm so grateful for the message that will be delivered with absolute love, wisdom, clarity, and depth by our awesome Reverend Dr. Suzette. I'm grateful for the music that resounds in our hearts, for the music that comes from our musician today. Most of all, I am so grateful for the presence of the divine shining through, radiating and connecting with everyone here and beyond. It's a good day. It's a good day to celebrate everything that's awesome in our lives and to go even deeper. Let us gather ourselves together as one and let us say, and so it is. Beautiful. Thank you. And now, my pleasure to reintroduce, please welcome, Joe Rathburn, the awesome one.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start with an old song of mine from a CD that came out in 1997. A song that I wrote called Dreaming. The day is over. You've done a day's work, and soon the daylight will give way to night. Lay your burden down It's time to wear your crown. This is your domain. Right here's where you reign. So kick your shoes off. Take a deep breath. Take a shower. Wash off the day. Have your evening meal. See how good you feel. Hurt won't find you there. In that easy chair. You are in control. Take time to feed your soul. Shift down into low. There you go, rolling down that hill. Let yourself be still. Close your eyes and dream away. And while you're dreaming, you might discover what you are seeking. Just some peace of mind. So enjoy the ride. See all that's inside. And may your dreams come true. Nightmares rarely do. And in the morning, you'll greet the sunrise and hear birds singing your favorite tune. Add your harmony, and pretty soon you'll be following your dream. All ahead, full steam. You are in control. Always feed your soul. Shift down into low. There you go, rolling down that hill. Let yourself be still. And let your dream take you away. Thank you very much.
That was good. That was really good.
Thank you very much.
Wow, you should play that one more often. I better lock myself here. I just had a vision of it going away. All right. What's that? I know. I was thinking, let's see. I'm going home and I'm getting the remote control. That's the only thing I could think of.
And nightmares don't come true.
And nightmares don't come true. That was good, huh? Yeah. Do you like Joe? Yeah. Good man. He's good.
He's the best.
He's great.
We want more. Encore.
Look at that, Joe. They're after you now. See? So, last week I talked about boundaries. Who set some boundaries this last week? Anybody? A few? Who had a hard time with boundaries? Oh, the other hand, right? Okay, got it. So, and that was a hard talk for me. I thought about that a lot. I thought, you guys were so quiet. I thought, this is a teaching moment. So anyway, so today I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. We're just going to go deeper. How's that? All right. So it's interesting. When I started this talk, I was just telling Spencer that I started writing the talk. I mean, I had the talk made and took some of the material from CSL and all good, and then left it on my computer, and then went kayaking for a few hours and pizza, all great. Came home at 8 o'clock, 8:30, my computer crashed. So we started over. And it actually worked out better because the direction they were going, which is okay. I mean, everything that is presented to me is always nice. But it was like I needed to take what they were saying, which was going deeper, to how could you use it. Because sometimes things happen to us, and we're like, we go deeper down into the wrong place. You know what I mean? Anybody do this last week? Okay. I always ask you because I want you to remember those places because we're going to pull you out of it. So we're going to blend part of the talk that they prepared with a part of my book. And that's what this is. So, and I noticed some of you like like my material. So if you ever want it, just let me know. I can email it to you. But I'm going to probably start using some of the material that I already created too. Anyway, the point of this is that we need to allow whatever's going on from us to be revealed to us. And we need to blend it in a place where we understand, oh, that's what's going on. Here's how I move through that. So going deep, our soul's purpose, expression, and connection. Because one of the things that's been happening to me lately is that I'm realizing how long I've been doing this and what's happened to me along the way, how I have progressed. And I say this for myself because I want you to look at your own life. How have you progressed? Or how have you regressed? How have you gone down? How have you gone up? Because I'm evaluating all the things that have happened to me and where do I want to take it? Where do I want to go with it? How do I really want to be? I've written a 200-page book, not published yet, but then I thought, well, how could we use this in a different way? Ernest Holmes wrote a 200-page book called Science of Mind. And then he took the same book and he put it in more books so that people could relate to the message that he had in a different way. Anyway, that's what's been going on for me. And so I'm thinking about that. Where is it that I'm going? So I'm going to ask you a question. But I'm going to make a statement first. Then I'm going to ask you a question, and I want everybody to answer me at the same time. Everybody got that? So let me give you the scenario. Here's what I want you to feel first, okay? I want you to feel like you get up in the morning, although your song was really good about getting up and seeing the sunlight. But I want you to feel like, today's a rough day. And it feels like you're peeling onions off of you. Like, I'm trying to get rid of whatever that feeling is. You're thinking about all the opinions you have of what's going on in the world. You're thinking about your childhood memories, which may or may not have been good. They put here Twitter feed. I would say X feed. You're worried about what you wrote down on Twitter, and you're having these unresolved feelings about going to work. And whatever's going on with you, it's like it never stops, just going. So here is my question. Are you ready?
Yep.
How are you today?
Great.
Great.
You guys are. How about this side? How are you today? Oh, you guys are something else.
Horrible.
Thank you. You're supposed to go.
Haven't decided yet.
I haven't decided yet. Okay. The thing about, I don't know about you, but I get this asked all the time. How are you? I'll come up to, how are you doing?
Yeah. You want to say?
Yeah, I want to hear what you really mean. I get asked that all the time, and sometimes I don't know what to say. Sometimes I just say, fine. I'm just fine. When we notice that's where we're at, we have to shift it. And it's okay to say, I mean, you don't want to go down that. In fact, I was talking to somebody last week, and they said, well, I don't want to tell you about my story. I'm like, because I hear all kinds of stories, right? And I'm like, well, tell me your story. Tell me your story. In fact, I got a prayer request from somebody that I don't know, and I'm going to call them today. And it was really a lot had happened to them. And I thought, do I want to go down there with them, or do I want to tell them what to do? And so I did. I just said, listen, I hear you. I understand what you're saying. We'll talk tomorrow. I can't talk to you today. But what I want you to do is go take care of yourself. Go do something for you. Go do it, because usually what happens is we forget about ourselves. We're doing everything for everybody else. Relate? Good. You. This side is getting me. Not you guys. I'm not sure about. We do something for everybody else, but the truth is, we have to take care of us. If we don't, and there's nobody else. And when somebody told me this, I'm like, what? There's nobody else going to do it but you. Nobody's going to take care of you but you. So as a result of that, when it's overwhelming, either go kayaking or go to the movies or get a massage or do something that's going to take care of you. And do it for probably 3 or 4 hours, because it takes enough time for you to kind of forget all that other stuff. Get involved in something else. Are you guys okay over here? You're really like, this side is like.
We're the independent thinkers.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Independent thinkers. So how does this what does this have to do with our soul? I think that we tend to forget that the soul is an important part of us. And I'm going to read this passage in a minute. But I know in my busyness of doing all these other things, I forget about it. I forget about it because I'm just doing it, right? I'm just doing my soul. But what happens is I start to wander down a road that I don't really want to go down. And so I want us to realize if we're wandering down a road and we don't know what we're doing and we're just kind of then we need to come back and say, what is our purpose? What's the real purpose of me being here? Because everybody has a purpose. Now, you have a brochure, and I'm going to give you the first part of it. It's called Soul Purpose. And it says, is the unique divine imprint that each individual carries. Each of you have your own imprint. Your own imprint. There's no two alike, okay? An eternal calling to embody truth, love, and wisdom in a way that is distinct to your own. You're special. Every one of you is special. You need to get that. It is not a rigid destiny, but rather an unfolding potential. A sacred invitation to remember and express the divine within. Express that's inside you. The purpose of the soul is often revealed through deep inner knowing, passion, and resonance that transcends intellect. And then Ernest Holmes says this, with Gene Houston, says, no human has ever plumbed the depths of either the consciousness or the subjective life. Nobody's really done that. Ernest Holmes worked at it, and we're constantly evolving that. But Gene Houston, who gives us actually a deeper thought around it, describes it as the vast ecology of inner space. That's what's inside of us, where we find the depth structures of our being. There's a whole sacred psychology inside you. You're not shallow, even if your to-do list is. You are deep, vast, and still unfolding. And I don't care what age you are, we are still unfolding. And by the way, I forgot to welcome everybody that's online. We have a beautiful online presence. Susie's in Tennessee, Dee's in Point Loma, Jody's in long way out east. Gigi's in Florida, Mary's in Ramona, and Judy's close to me in Lakeside. Anyway, welcome everybody. Glad you're here with us. And we put this, you're welcome, Susie. Thank you for the heart. You guys can make all kinds of emojis. Oh, I love you guys. We did this on purpose, and since I've done this, it's made a huge difference. This is an online community, and you hear me say that all the time. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about whales. Yes, whales, of all things, right? Of all things. We're gonna talk about sperm whales. Sperm whales dive nearly 2 miles deep. Did you know that? They can go 2 miles deep and they can hold their breath for 90 minutes. Now, if we compared it to humans, some of us panic if the Wi-Fi goes down in 90 seconds. My household goes crazy. Right in the middle of a program you're watching, right? And this little thing goes around like that. I know, it's true though. And they always come to me, I'm like, just give it a moment, you know? It has to breathe too. Anyway, sperm whales have this waxy substance that's called spermicide in their heads, inside their brain, that changes when they go in different depths. And it helps them to hear things, to sense what's around them, and to stay balanced. All right? Now, talk about us. We have something in our head that adjusts to pressure, stress. You know what I'm talking about? It's called awareness. Or if it's been a week before you let it go, it's called an attitude. And it needs to be adjusted. Now, whales live in a, I don't know if I can say, well, I'll just say a family group. So they work together. And they teach each other how to, and years ago they taught each other how to dodge harpoons. Interesting, isn't it? The success rate of that, the whalers dropped by 58% in 58% in just a few years. They worked as a community, moving their intelligence together, how to save their lives. We have our own compass. Do you realize it? You all have your own compass, but we tend to forget it. So I'm going to give you a technique that I use because usually I'm okay. Most of the time I just move from things and I let God say, well, go do this, go do that, blah, blah, blah. But every once in a while I get caught up in something. You know, I get caught up on the TV, or I get caught up in a relationship that I have with somebody. And I have learned that if something is bothering me, that is my trigger point. That's when I need support. That's when I need support. And I say this to you because I think we have this, and it's not like you go running to somebody all the time. I'm going to give you different techniques to help you move through these processes. But we need to recognize that's where I'm at. I'm just there, okay. And in fact, I've been here. One time I came in on Sunday, and thank you for Victoria. I said, I got to talk to somebody. And I went back there, and I told her what I needed. I told her the truth. Told her what was going on with me. She went right into prayer. It's like, thank you. And I can let it go. And thank you, Victoria, for doing that. So support might look like several things. One is a practitioner, obviously. A minister is obvious. Or maybe a spiritual practice. Or maybe all of it. Sometimes, in fact, when I was learning about this thing called Science Mind, I had to overload myself with philosophy because I didn't get it. I took Foundations 13 times. Isn't that terrible? I took it once and then I assisted 13 times. But I took these notes because I'm like, okay, they're talking about this concept, but how does that really work? You know, is it woo-woo or is it real? But that's why I live it, because it's real. It's real. It really works if you understand how to work it. So I'm going to give you 6 what I call spiritual practices, in addition to getting support from another person. The first one is breathe deeper. Breathe deeper. When we get stressed, our breath gets shallow. So we're going to do a spiritual practice together, okay? And everybody will do it with me. This side can do it too, okay? Okay. I want you to breathe through the nose. I'll start picking on them in a minute, okay? Sorry. All right, we're going to breathe through the nose. We're going to hold it, and then we're going to breathe through, and then breathe it out in the mouth, okay? So breathe through the nose. Do you feel that sensation in your body? Let's do it 2 more times. Ready? Now close your eyes. Which I want you to know if you just prayed out without using words. Just letting it go. And if it takes more than 3, then go do 10 or 12 or 15. Do whatever it takes. I used to do breathing in God, breathing out whatever it was. In God, out what? Okay? The second thing is to be responsible for your forehead. Everybody put their hand on their forehead. What do you think that means? Anybody? What you think? You can put your hand down there. Beware of your thoughts. Our thoughts perpetuate us in different ways. And we have this, what we call an inner voice. I tend to have in fact, at one point in my ministry when I first started, I lost my voice with God. Why? Because I listened to somebody else too much. And I started following them as my source. It took me 3 months to get that back. And when I got it, I knew the day I got it, and I said, God, I will never leave you. It was like, listen to the voices that are in your head. Not, if they're really mean voices, they're not God, okay? They're not. There's something else trying to talk to you. Ernest Holmes says this. He says, we must become artists in living. Thoughts are your paintbrush. They're your paintbrush. They're not Sharonda's and they're not Amy's. They're yours. Individually. Understand what they're talking to you about. And it's okay if it's going like that. What did we say we would go do? See a practitioner. Do a spiritual practice.
And breathe.
And breathe. Thank you. The third one is hush. I went shh, shh. When my dogs bark or they're not behaving, I go shh. They look at me like, what? But sometimes it's getting us to be still, to do nothing. See, stillness is not stagnant. Stillness is sacred. It's a way of going, oh, yeah. And this is one of my techniques, is when I don't know what to do. I have to get water here. When I don't know what to do, guess what I do? Nothing. That's right, you. I do nothing. Why do you think I do that?
Reset.
Reset? What else? You guys can speak to me, it's okay. You're in a classroom.
Can hear your thoughts.
Hear your thoughts? Yeah. It's because the universe is orchestrating something I can't see. And I have to trust that. I truly have to trust that. So when I'm creating something, sometimes I'll get in a bind, and even writing a talk, I'm like, I don't know where to go. It's just, I'm blank. And I'll just go do something else and then come back. I'll come back and try and, okay, what is that? It's, I need that space to be creative or whatever. So, and allow the divine to unfold. The fourth one is be flexible. Be flexible. Has anybody experienced, and I don't mean like a heart attack, but their heart hurting? Everybody done that? Okay. It's really a phenomenon that when my heart hurt, this is many, many years ago, I mean, that in that place, that's, well, the way they put it here is, it's God is getting our attention and embracing us. It's a weird concept, but it's like it's something for you to notice. It's in your heart. It's your center. So when that's happening, you're in a major shift. You're in a major change. And just be aware of that and pay attention to it, because you're really going deeper into something. When I was having that experience, I'd lost my home, I lost my dog, I had my job, which wasn't very good. I didn't have any money, and everything ached back then. And I just said, okay, where do I go from here? And so I actually did a lot of spiritual practice. Not only did I do Foundations 13 times, but I went like 4 days a week. I did something every night, and then I took 3 or 4 days to kind of, okay, let me see if I can embody what it is I've learned this week. I did a lot of walking around Balboa Park. It's a great place. Great place. Lots of things happening. So just be aware. When you're doing a spiritual practice, be specific in what you're doing. Because what you're doing is you're building a spiritual muscle, a constant muscle all the time. And, you know, it's always interesting to me, and I don't think anybody in this room is like that. Have a good time at the party, Steve. Is that we have to learn to walk what we talk. We can't just, this isn't the game anymore. Being spiritual is about being on time. And I don't care if you're spiritual going to the beach every day. I don't care if it's doing a hike. I don't care if it's walking your dog. One thing, this is kind of silly, but one thing I love to do, I have 2 dogs, and one of them just loves to have me lay next to her. And then we will lay next to each other and play. But that also is my play. It's about us communicating her to her. And then when she needs to be fed and I'm working at my desk, she comes over and says, come on, feed me. We communicate with each other. But that's a spiritual muscle that her and I have created. Do that for yourself. Meditate, pray, vision, go walk on the beach, do whatever. Do something for you. And then if you look in the brochure, and that's why I gave this to you, there's a lot more stuff. There's like follow your passion, acts of kindness, self-inquire, what brings me alive, what makes me tick. And then hopefully it ties you back into your soul's purpose. What is it you're there for? Now, I have one more, and I'll get that one in a minute. But in my inquiry, my personal inquiry of soul's purpose, as I'm also in that stage of, and they talk about, retirement. Now, I'm not going to retire from here, but I'm going to try and slow down my retirement in my other job, which I love and it's fun, but I'm getting to a place where I don't have the patience for it. And I know it, and I see it, and I feel it. So I thought, okay, so what are you going to do with that, Suzette? Because they say, what are you going to do when you retire, right? Some of you that are retired, you know what I'm talking about. So I thought, well, one of the things I really, really love is when we go different places, I see these artistry shops, whatever you want to call them, and they have these metal pieces that are colored in bright colors, and they're beautiful. And I have a lot of them on my property. Now, I might have said this before. Anyway, I thought, well, I'm just going to buy some acrylic paint. So I bought some acrylic paint, and so these have been in my yard. I can't tell you how many I have, but anyway, they're all rusted. And I thought, well, let me do something about that. So I brought one of my pieces today. That's what this is. And where this guy comes from, now this was all rust, and she's not finished yet. She's not finished. I love her golden egg. I just think that's kind of cool. But it's being creative, and then this is kind of like a rainbow, but not really a rainbow. But the idea is, what can I do to make myself more creative? And also, because I'm a doer. I like to do things. And I have an anchor property. Guess there's always something to do, right? Always something to fix, right? Yep. So I thought, well, I'm going to do this. And so she needs a few more coats, but she's going to be okay. And anyway, I have a lot of this to do. This was one of my expressions, and I thought, well, this is interesting because I haven't been an artist. I'm going to talk longer. No, I'm almost done anyway. And so because of this, I've started to think differently. I've started to bring in different, ideas of whatever. And because I need that stimulation. I mean, I do a lot of this, and that's great, but how do I take that and even make it better? So I just wanted to share that with you. My last point is called listening. In Psalms 42:7 says, deep calls unto deep. The voice of God is not a shout, match. The voice of God is not a shout. The voice of God is a whisper. It's a still, small voice. Does everybody know what that is? Do they? Okay, good. Rumi says this. I love what Rumi says. Can you move? There you go. When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you as joy. Yeah. And I know I have several artists in here that I think you feel that. So I have one last story, and then we'll be moving into conclusion here. Years and years ago, I had my niece. I can still remember going down 78. My niece calls me. And she calls me in a state of crisis. She used to do that a lot. But this is a reverse crisis. She's got a brand new job, a brand new boyfriend who wants to get married. She's not sure about that. She got a new home. She's moved to moved from Tacoma to North Carolina. And she's got all this good around her. She's starting to go to a CSL church. Things are going great. And she says to me, when's the shoe going to fall? When's the shoe going to fall? Now, we all know if we focus on the shoe falling, what's it going to do? Fall. That's right. So she was already looking for the rock bottom. She was going from this high place to this can't get any better. And I know, and of course I'm driving going, oh, this is good. This is a teaching moment. And I had to talk to her about it. It's like the shoe's not going to fall. And if you focus there, then yes, you will start to see the appearance, as Tom has taught me so well, the appearance of the shoe falling. If you focus on the negative, that's what you're going to see. So I said, the shoe does not fall. I said, there's no other shoe and it's not going to fall. Look for the possibilities to unfold. The good you are attracting, and keep looking forward. So even if it doesn't look pretty or you don't feel good, keep looking forward. Find an ounce of good and hold on to it. Because every time we do that, something special happens in our body. I'm feeling it now. It's like there's like the chill that goes through that says it's good. This is good. This is good. When I was kayaking yesterday for a couple hours, and since I've had surgery in my hand, it's a little hard to hold on to things, right? And so they're all kayaking all over the place, and I'm going to the middle of the lake, and I'm laying there and going, let's find the good in this. Because I couldn't do everything they wanted to. And then I put my hand in the lake, and it was nice and warm. So I'd make it taking care of me in the midst of this big lake. It's looking for the good. And you know what? I had a great time. It was just enough. And they asked me what was wrong. I said, oh, my hand hurts. Oh, okay. See ya. They let me by myself, which is fine. I like to be by myself. So Pablo Picasso says this. I love this too. The meaning of life is to find your gift. That's that purpose thing I keep talking about. The purpose of life is to give it away. To give it away. So I'm going to leave you with one more quote and then some questions and then a short reading. So today I'm going to ask you to follow the way of Buddha, the words of Buddha. And he says, your work is to discover your world and then with all your heart give yourself to it. Give yourself to it. So I know we have some retired people here. You're wise people. You are wise individuals. Give it away. It's going to make you feel better. That's all I can tell you. I know when I've got a little, she's 9 years old now, on my property, and so I try to find those little moments where I can get her to learn something, little moments, because she's not going to remember all of it, but a little bit here and there. So questions are: is there something for you to create? Are you? And this, by the way, this is made so you can take notes. So read this later and then go into this. Don't be afraid to look at yourself and say, what is it that I want? What is it that I desire? And maybe you have to write a lot to get to it, but try and go there. And if you already know, then if you already know what you're supposed to be doing, then go do it.
Do it.
Do it. Don't hold up. Is there something within you that needs to come forward? Just embrace it. And if you have something to heal, heal it. But don't become a victim of your own life. You are in control of this. You have the possibilities. Everything is there to support you. I don't care what's going on out in the world. Pay attention to right now. Right now is all that matters. This moment. Some reminders. Don't let drama get in your way either. Anybody have drama going on? You don't have to raise your hand. Sorry. Let go of the drama, okay? Let go of the distractions. Let go of the surface stuff. Make yourself calm. People don't know what to do with calm. Did you know that? They don't. They're like, what's the matter with you? It's like, no, I'm calm inside. I get it. You don't understand what I mean, right?
I've seen people break up with people because their relationship's too calm.
Too calm, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. He says he's seen people who break up because their relationship's too calm. Interesting. And listen to that thing that keeps reminding you, this is what I need to be doing. And then once you've got there, give it away. I say that all the time. There's just so much, there's a big reward to be able to give it away. Me standing up here, to me, makes me feel good. And I hope that what I say to you is a little bit different and you can apply in a different way so that you really do what I ask you to do. Because this is a big world out there and they need you. They need every single one of you. Every single one of you. So I'm going to finish with the reading and I'll take us right into a prayer. And then Joe, you can come right back up. So if you want to read along with me. Actually, no, I don't want you to read along, but it's in here. It's called The Soul's Connection to Life. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And once I'm done with this, then I'll take us into prayer. The soul is not separate from life. For those online, this is, oh, thank you, Martin. The soul is not separate from life. It is the essence of life itself. While the mind navigates experiences, the soul seeks meaning within them. It whispers through intuition, synchronicity, longing, and a deep peace when we are aligned. The more one listens to the soul, the more life flows with grace, authenticity, and fulfillment. The more one listens to the soul, the more life flows with grace, authenticity, and fulfillment. So as I take this talk into our week, what I'm knowing that is that we are absolutely surrounded by an infinite presence that is everywhere in every breath. It is that breathing in and letting go of the things that no longer serve us. And so I know as we move into our week, we remember our purpose. Remember that we are infinitely intelligent. Remember that we are a divine source of information and love, and that we continually, in every moment, in every situation, give it away. And so I just know that this is the truth for this week, that Spirit has said yes to everyone here, that there's no shoe dropping anymore. It's just love, more smiles, more happiness, more good. For that I am grateful, knowing that Spirit has just said yes to all of us. And join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. Let's bring back Joe.